I started to decorate the house for autumn. Not too wild, just a few little bits ready for the season. And I thought, because it's Sunday afternoon and I was a little bit bored, if I'm honest. So I thought, why not? As I'm decorating the house, let's reorganise the kitchen, as you do on a Sunday afternoon. So I thought I would take some footage and film the before shots of my kitchen cupboards, where I mainly keep all of my food products. These are non-perishable food items, except for things like the bread bits, they're in there as well. And I wanted to, it's disgusting. It looks an absolute state. So I wanted to pull it all out, shame myself on the internet and share with you the junk that I have gathered here, get it into 3 separate piles and get it back in the cupboard, throw some of it away and give the rest of it to, I'm going to put it on Facebook Marketplace. Actually, I did put it on Facebook Marketplace and somebody is coming tomorrow after work to pick this up. So I've got the food all sorted into piles and then I'm just working on what I'm going to put the food back into. So I've been collecting jars for, I don't know, years now, but I've also got baskets and I like to keep some of my food, like snacks and stuff, in baskets and kind of like labelled up really nicely and just all in one section. So these are the baskets that I've currently got to work with. I've also got a spice rack as well. And then in terms of sorting through the food, it was super easy and I'm annoyed I didn't do it before. I should do this once a month. So pull all the food out and just checking the dates, and I'm making the 3 piles, one for like the expiration dates, and I did have to chuck some food away, which I'm gutted about because I don't like wasting food at the best of times and food is really expensive now. And then the second pile is for the things I'm going to keep in the house, which I know I'll use in the next few months going forward and are still in date. And then the third pile I made was for putting it on Facebook Marketplace as one big job lot of food. So I was checking the dates there, making sure they were all in date and they were all like unopened and, you know, like brand new products to give away. So I've got my 3 piles just working through some of the food. And also it was really good because I got to see what we had, and some of this food I'd forgot even existed. Some of it it motivated me to get rid of it. So there was lots of like biscuits and things and crisps and like chocolate bars, which I just gave away because we're not gonna, well, we probably would eat them, but that's at the detriment of our health, like in the vast quantities that we had. So let's share the quantities and give some away because it was ridiculous. So I just made sure that all of the dates were checked. This one in particular, these crackers, the Marks and Spencer's ones, they went out of date in March and they've been in my cupboard since last year. So they had to be chucked, unfortunately. And then the next step for me when I'm doing a big organisation, I say big, it took me an hour, right? It wasn't like as dramatic. But I like to check the baskets that are going back into the cupboard fit into the slots, because my cupboards, honestly, some of them are quite big and some of them are quite small on different shelves. It's bananas. So I made sure that the baskets all fit into the right slots that I wanted them to go to. And this time round, I switched it up a bit. So this basket, for example, I just put all of the pasta items into that one, like the lasagna sheets, the rice and the pasta. So basically a carb basket, which is my favourite kind of basket, except for chocolate. And then I also did a basket of sauces, like for pasta. So if we need pasta, we can just grab the pasta and the pasta sauce basket and we can make a meal. This is the spice rack that was from B&M. So I've just got all of my spices at the back. Then I've got some little jus for the pancakes. And then I've got some mixes as well, which I put on there. And then this just kind of helps as well, keeping everything at height, because obviously there's 3 tiers there. So it like stores it all away, but gives it a bit of height. And then I've got a little basket for big sharing crisps as well. I did give quite a lot of crisps away because we had so many. But yeah, so that's all in the baskets. And then this is the final product. This is what it looks like. So I've got baking stuff all labelled nicely at the top. Then the middle shelf you can see is Christmas treats already. I've got a shelf for Christmas. It's so sad. I've also got a basket of biscuits. This like cupboard bit here is for snacks. So I've got some snack bars in some jars and then just a basket of like sharing snacks, like the big bag size. And then the big sharing crisps as well there. And then this is breakfast. So dried fruit and dates and then some cereal boxes at the top. So that is pretty much a snacky and breakfast cupboard. I do have the breakfast station still at the bottom, which is pretty much like decently stocked as well. I didn't need to get anything else for that. And then this side, I stayed with the bread staying in the same place. I just tidied it up a little bit and got rid of some bread that we didn't need. And then the middle shelf was a bit of an excess shelf, which is good. There's no like waste in there. Check the dates on the crackers, they're good to go, so I can pull those out. And then we've just got like lunch stuff like tuna and hot dogs. The top shelf is the hot drinks, so we've got the matcha green tea and the tea bags and some hot chocolate as well. And there's just the like surplus of that, so coffee and Yorkshire tea behind that. So that's all on the top shelf. Then the main food cupboard for me, 2 baskets at the bottom. We've got all the pastas, the rice, the lasagna sheets, the couscous. It's all there in that basket. And then this basket is all tomato products and lasagna sauces. So anything like pasta, that any kind of sauce that goes with pasta is in that basket. The middle shelf is tins. So I've got one of those tin organisers, which is great. So I've put all of the tins up there and some like noodles and tinned like veggies and stuff in the basket next to it. And then the top shelf is basically the spice rack. And then I've got a little drawer, like plastic drawer on the left, full of like soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, hoisin sauce, teriyaki sauce, and some corn flour. So that is what it looks like now, fully organised. And it's so, I can't tell you how, like, it's such a good feeling. And then this is all of the food that is going to go to a lady who's coming tomorrow to pick it up from Facebook Marketplace. So there's tons here that we just would not eat, or we probably would eat and we don't need to eat. So there's big bags, there's some single bags of crisps, but there's also multi-packs as well. There's lots of rice packets, which we've not got round to. There's biscuits and there's crackers and there's tinned fruit and salmon in a tin and all of that. So hopefully they get to use all of this and enjoy it. And we get a kitchen cupboard that looks decent again and like everything's in its place. So yeah, that was my Sunday afternoon, and I hope it gives you a little bit of motivation to clear out your cupboards and feel good about it.